Good morning, good morning, good morning. There's 3 mornings there. It's day 1, 3, 4, and it's our last day here in Kyoto because we go to Tokyo tomorrow. So yeah, what do we do today? We have a few options. I'm thinking of maybe going to a traditional Japanese market that my good friend Elaine and Tom recommended. There is a manga museum close by as well. And yeah, did you have anything planned?
I saw a pachinko parlour and that's something that has intrigued me, so if we get time, perhaps stop in there. It's one right in the centre next to Kyoto Tower, so it possibly is the most touristic one you could possibly go to. But yeah, do tourists go in them? I don't know.
Don't know, and I've never heard of pachinko until yesterday.
I think you'll like it. You'll probably be quite good at it.
Always. But yeah, let's see what happens today. The weather is 34, so yeah, umbrellas up still.
Got deodorant today though.
Good. Thank
Reporting
God.
live from a lady of the night's boudoir. Look at that. What they think of it when they come in to do the cleaning.
Oh, look at your shirt.
There we go. Trying to speak in the morning for me is truly a Herculean task, so bear with me while I stumble my way through this. But being a British man, we have a soft spot for hyperbole, irony and cynicism, so I'm going to try and be as fair and balanced in my assessment of the deodorant situation in Japan and Asia in, well, Korea for sure as well. It's been difficult to get hold of deodorant in any shop you kind of go into, and that's not to say that it's not available, because I did go into, I'm going to say a Superdrug equivalent, and get some Gatsby deodorant, and it's clearly aimed at the Westerners. There's no Japanese script on that at all. I like it. It sounds refined. It's the premium type, and I'm going to give it a whirl. There we go. 1, 2. Okay, and maybe I'm going to put a little bit more on. So while I have been in Asia, there has been a distinct lack of smelly people. Now I think about it, I've been in a lot of confined spaces. It's very hot and humid here. And so I had a little look, and what is the reason for that? And apparently there is a genuine scientific reason that Southeast Asian people have, they don't have the allele gene, which produces the bad smell basically, and perhaps they have less of the sweat producing glands that make that bad smell. So yeah, we are stinky foreigners, and I'm going to do my best not to offend anyone on the train station. I mean, I don't think I smell, but then who does think they smell? Even, you know, people walk around and you're like, damn man, you need to fix up, and you must just be unaware of it. So yeah, maybe the nose acclimatizes to the pungent aroma of your personal body odor. Fueled by my miniature gold drip coffee, I am wide awake and making observations, and that is to do with the traffic crossings. So it does seem that while we have to wait forever and a day for the man to turn green, cars can just turn through a green man. I don't know, maybe they're just doing it and they don't respect the rules of the road.
I think they give the pedestrians priority, so if there's a pedestrian crossing they have to stop, but there isn't.
But they can go through by the look of things.
So across all the restaurants, to help you decide what food you want to pick, they have these plastic models, what the dishes look like. Hopefully they taste as good as they look. I mean, not plastic, but you know.
And they don't go off, so they don't have to constantly be making a fresh one to display.
No, exactly. I want some lamb.
I don't, too salty. And as we have visited all the Uniqlos in Southeast Asia, it would only be fitting that we dip into one in Japan. And I think Sarah's going to go and have a little look, and we'll have the price comparison for us. So what are the prices saying?
It is again really affordable. So I love Uniqlo, and for example, a Uniqlo bag in the UK is about 25. Here it's £8.
Okay, and that's a direct comparison, product to product.
Product to product.
Okay.
And also,
home market, they're giving the cheap prices. I like that.
My favourite trousers is normally about £25-30 in the UK. It's £16 here.
Okay,
So
I might go and have a look for some shorts and t-shirts.
I know. Let's stock up in Uniqlo.
The ultra trendy bag that we bought, Uniqlo. Well, we bought a knockoff from a market for a couple of quid, but from Uniqlo it was £25. Yeah, get involved. They are top quality. But here you are only going to pay £8.50. So yeah, what's that? A third the price. And Sarah,
Done a purchase, and I always get the men's clothes because they are nicer. But I got a t-shirt.
opposite of Aaron, he always goes for the women's clothes. He was well ahead of the curve. He was wearing women's jeans, well, before everything became skinny and
Anyway,
yeah, like women's clothing.
I bought a t-shirt, and look at the back. It's pretty cool.
I like that, koi fish.
Again, 1,500, which means £8, and you are not buying a t-shirt in Uniqlo in the UK for £8. So yeah.
I like it. I'm a Pisces, and if I was to get a tattoo, it probably would be a Japanese style koi. But yeah, anyway, Aaron, I miss you, my friend. And he is the fashionista of fashionistas, and yeah, I would like to go shopping with him. He would definitely up my game.
And we have stumbled across another section of this station, which we've never seen. And it's got loads of restaurants, shops, supermarket, more plastic food. I know what Tim's looking for. He's looking at that curry.
It's kind of like the plastic pop art food. I really like it. They're really good. They make me want to buy it. Look over here.
And it's really cool because sometimes you don't know what the food will look like. The portion, look, you've got little prawns. Yeah, just helps you decide and makes you hungry at the same time.
Yeah, I don't know. That looks like mackerel or something. I want to stay well away from that.
I actually want it.
So we have two further examples of the ever reigning genius of Japan, the plastic food doubled with the best water/lighting feature I've ever seen.
I know, they're writing words with it, pictures, hearts, Christmas trees, dolphins. How cool is this?
So I don't know why all the school kids are knocking around. It's 11 o'clock. I don't know, what day is it? It's Tuesday, they should definitely be in school. But one thing that I am finding kind of familiar is maybe a little bit reminiscent of an East London market cellar. When you go past lots of these stores and restaurants, you have someone kind of talking to themselves in Japanese, so I don't know what they're saying. I presume they're trying to tempt you in and get you to come and eat or buy something. I kind of like it. I always do like to see someone there having a little chit chat with themselves. It makes me feel a little bit less odd because I do it all the time. Sarah's always asking me, what are you talking about? And I'm like, oh yeah, no, you don't want to know. I'm just having a chat with myself, with one of my multiple personalities. I don't know, am I? I think though. Konnichiwa. There we go. I think konnichiwa is perhaps a little bit formal, but it's kind of all I got.
You don't hear it really that much, do you? They say something else.
I think maybe we should perhaps go with okini. We always get a little bit of a smile when we say that.
That's thank you.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I won't be saying that as a hello.
No.
Just very grateful. There we go. Stick you in one of them for the day, Sarah.
Hey. So we've gone for a wander around the station, but we have found our familiar friend, and my familiar friend, the buns. Breakfast time. tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be deja vu. Let's eat and let's explore. So they have little mustards, and this time round we did not go with the bag, and I might actually drop back the rubbish to them.
Japan is always educating me. It's a country full of mysteries, and I have just solved, well, not solved, I've just tried the mustard, which actually turns out to be a super potent peppery horseradish. So luckily I was frugal with my application, but yeah, it's good. I like it. It's kind of sweet, and then it's got that peppery inclination. I just did a quick smell check, and it's not me, but I am downwind of someone who does not smell good. That's definitely not me that smells, is it?
No.
Okay, so all eyes to see which foreigner it is. I don't know, I'm going to cop the blame though, aren't I?
We've just eaten, so we'll give a few hours before we go to this traditional Japanese market, but we could go by foot on the other side of the station to Higashi Hongan Ji temple, and that was the one we saw from the tower the other day, from Kyoto Tower. So yeah, let's go.
Okay, let's go for a wander and see what we find.
Kyoto. Shall I play the one song that I know on the piano?
So I take it he's just playing because he wants to on a communal piano.
Yeah. Pretty good.
Yeah, fair play, talented guy. I'd love to be able to play an instrument.
Do your mouth. It's weird.
You're not allowed to walk back up an escalator, breaking the rules already.
Sometimes it's weird. You stand on the left, but this time you stand on the right. So
Yeah, I don't know, it's a mystery. What an amazing station this is. Long old queue there for the bus terminal. The Englishman in me wants to just jump in and join, and yeah, I feel left out when I see a queue and I'm not waiting for something, being as polite as I can. And yeah, my nose, it is on high alert at the minute. I'm just smelling myself all the time, so maybe that's going to make people look at me a little bit more. But yeah, all the talk of deodorant has made me a little bit paranoid today.
I'm just sorting out my hat.
Are you happy with your hat?
Yeah.
Protects us from that UV. It's not so full on today, but it sneaks up on you and it nails you without you even really realising.
And my skin is actually starting to look a bit better because I've been protecting it from
Oh,
the
you
sun.
look amazing. You always look amazing. You cheeky little Asian mango.
Mango! I want mango.
I'm just a stinky Englishman with bad teeth.
Jackie likes to do.
Oh, nice. I like Jackie. So not only do we have a really cool little model train, we have the Pachinko Hall. I don't know if it's too early to head in there now. Is it a bit like drinking in the morning? It's not gambling, is it?
No, but it looks like fun. Basically, they give you these metal balls and you have to try and increase it. And back in the day, it used to be like a pinball machine.
Okay.
And then they put it upright, and now it's like crazy flying balls. It's really noisy apparently, and you have to try and get it into a central pot, which increases your balls. So
This is everything you love. It's noisy. It's kind of like an arcade. Yeah, I think
it's
you're.
kind of like Pac-Man, but not. But yeah, let's play it later.
Okay.
Can we make it?
Yeah, let's do it. Careful. See, let's see. See, they can go. Oh, flashing. Big old traffic. Okay. Ooh. And what has Sarah sniffed out?
The temple!
And
Yeah, this is the temple we saw.
I know it's going to be a good one.
Oh.
It's the boss's territory.
Well, there's a bin. Oh, you can't put our rubbish in. still on the search for these bins. Maybe just everyone's so disciplined and they just take their rubbish home.
What do we have here? Let's wait till we see the information at the front. So there we go, there's something for me to reference every time I forget where we are. I've forgotten already.
Again, a great looking temple, and it's free entry.
What's it called?
You said it earlier. Hold on, wait. Let me see if I can say it. We are at Higashi Hongan Ji temple.
Okay, there we go, of course it is. Look at that. That is just a stunning picture. Everywhere I look, it's so easy to frame beautiful scenes here.
Look how big these doors are.
Look how big this square is. Look how big those buildings are. This is massive.
Can I build one of these for our house?
You can build whatever you desire.
It's huge. So this looks like something out of Star Wars, but it's actually Hicho Temple Bell. It's a bell. Look at that. It's huge.
The combination of old and new. The twig broom and the ever-present leaf blower. Maybe it's a bit early for that.
I'm really glad we've come to visit these temples because we've been to quite a lot of temples, but not on this scale. It is huge. Look, you can see the tower behind us, and yeah, it's so big. And here you have the water where you cleanse yourself, and it's coming from a dragon's mouth. Look at that. Hello, Mr. Dragon.
Founders Hall enshrined here is Shinran 1173 to 1262. So what? The good innings 89. The founder of Jojo Shinshu, true Pure Land Buddhism. This hall is the largest and most important building within Higashi Hongan Ji, the head temple of the Atani branch of Jojo Shinshu. Wow, that was a mouthful. I got through it with ease. The primary object of worship is a wooden statue of Shinran that he is believed to have carved himself, and that is unlocked every day for people to go and have a little look at. Whether we'll be able to film it, I do not know. The hall was constructed in 1880, and in 1895, after the former building burnt down, variation on the theme here, wooden buildings and fire. And I guess as an equivalence, it's from our Victorian era. So while Victoria and Albert were building the Royal Albert Hall, this is what was going on in Japan. It's big. So it's 76 metres long, 58 metres wide and 38 metres tall, and it's one of the largest wooden structures in the world. Yeah, it's massive. That does not surprise me in the least. 3,000 people can fit in there, and the double-layered hip and gable roof makes the building appear to have 2 stories, but the lower one is decoration, so it's going to be tall inside there as well. Let's go and have a look.
So Tim, did you know when you take your shoes off, you're supposed to point them outwards?
Okay, I live and learn.
Yeah.
I was going to put them in my bag, to be honest. I didn't want anyone to walk off with the Crocs.
Oh, making a mess.
Always.
You can actually go inside. Actually, no video. Unfortunately for you guys, we weren't able to record in there, but I am going to report that inside here, it is absolutely stunning. It's huge inside. You've got tatami mats laid out on the floor. You've got these big, beautiful wooden pillars, detail on the ceilings, and they have these lamps, and I don't even know if to call them lamps, but they just were huge and really beautiful in detail, gold. And yeah, when you're allowed in, you're allowed to pray, and I could spend all day in there because it is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, definitely recommend. If you're in Kyoto, come and visit this place. It's free to come in, it's right by the station, and you won't see anything like it. It's so beautiful.
I have been in, I've seen the wooden carving of Shinran. I presume it was Shinran, I presume he was a Buddha, and he sits on a magnificent altar, but unfortunately you are not going to get to see it. The whole room is amazing. It's got these massive wooden pillars running through it, big tatami, and a beautifully carved, gold detailed altar with a section cordoned off for, I presume, the higher ranks within the order. But yeah, a magnificent and massive space. And I went in and I sat quietly for a moment and offered my respects in the only way I know how, to give thanks, practice gratitude, still the mind, which is kind of what I've done whenever I've been in one of these big, majestic religious buildings throughout Southeast Asia. It's been great to get in the mosques, the temples, the churches, and I would like to know more about all of them. And I know that sometimes they don't like you praying to multiple gods, and they're all claiming to be the one true divinity. And perhaps they are, perhaps they all are. That's the mysterious, obscure wisdom of Brahman, let's say. But whatever the case may be, I'm grateful that I was allowed in to see that magnificent space, and perhaps my prayer was heard. I have found another one of those stamps, and it does seem like a lot of the tourist attractions, they have them dotted around, and well, the tourists go around with a book stamping away, collecting their memories in a pictorial form. I kind of like it, and maybe I should invest in a book, but all the stamps I've missed, is it worth it? And I've just visited the Amita Hall, which it seems like is the Buddha that is revered through Pure Land Buddhism here, and where is it? Something that Sarah could contribute to. The ropes that were used to carry the pillars here were woven from hemp and human hair. Yeah, so the amount of that stuff I pick up every day off the floor, we could have ropes and ropes and ropes of it. Perhaps we can donate, but then I'm sure they've modernised, and well, they're not going to use rope to transport this kind of stuff anymore. But the Amita Hall, it is slightly smaller, and I think perhaps Shinran is the founder and maybe wasn't a Buddha, and the hall contains a depiction of Amita, and it is quite Christ-like, so it's not sitting in a traditional seated Buddha lotus classic sort of position, standing up, arms to the side, with what looks like a sun crown emanating from the head, which I guess is kind of the universal symbol of enlightenment in every tradition. It's an ornate, more ornate I would say, over in the smaller hall, but it's not small by any stretch of the imagination. Yeah, they're great spaces. They're really, 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 really good. And there we go. That's where we spotted it from. So yeah, thank you to Kyoto Tower.
So this is where my colouring book would have come in handy because we needed the paper, but I'm going to use it with receipt and see what these stamps are about. I mean, we could have collected loads by now. Let's see what the stamp is. There we go.
Could use a little bit more ink in there, I reckon.
Two stamps, one for me, one for you.
I am loving the metal guttering system. It's all riveted. It runs down in what feels like a column, and then it opens and fills up a water butt. And then I guess when that overflows, it fills the moat. How cool is that?
We came at the right time. It was nice and silent and quiet. Now the kids coming to enjoy
Field
this
day at
day.
the temple. That's cool. We are learning as we go. Everyone loves a big bell. And Higashi Hongan Ji, it was built in 1602 when Kyoto Shonin, the 12th abbot of the Honganji tradition, was given a parcel of land by Shogun Tokugawa Ieyasu. Wasn't the 12th abbot the guy who was given the Shosein Gardens? He was obviously in favour and he did well out of it. But anyway, I digress. Let's continue with the pursuit of knowledge and epistemology. So the bell, I'm going to pick out my favourite fact, and that is that there are a total of 108 of these rivets, and they signify the 108 desires within the Buddhist tradition that I guess we need to renounce. On the side, we also have a couple of phoenixes rising from the ashes. And that is a big boy that makes a big sound. It is the 5th biggest bell in Japan.
Throughout Japan so far, I have seen a lot of people, not just girls and guys, knocking around in these kimonos. And I think there's a place you can hire them out. And I think they want to, you know, feel the tradition, see what the dress is like. And they're really lovely to look at. However, those clunky clogs do not sound comfortable at all.
Yeah, especially if you put them on the wrong way around, which seems to be your favourite thing to do.
Where are we going to go next? So I was thinking to head towards this traditional food market and go by foot. Why not? It's probably about 15 blocks down the road, so it's going to be a bit of a walk.
15 blocks, that sounds like a long way to me.
But on the way down, there is a temple we can stop off at. So yeah, let's see.
But first, we are going to stop at one of the ever-present vending machines and see if there's any Pocari Sweat there.
Dun, dun, dun.
No, there's not. I'm pretty sure that that counts as the cycle lane, although it does seem optional whether you use it or don't use it. I think that is my one question for when I meet a Japanese fellow or lass who's prepared to talk to me and explain the rules and regulations of Japan. It is a mystery to me. The trusted 7-Eleven, of course it sells Pocari Sweat, but I think it's the same price for a smaller drink, 500ml for about £1, the other one 600ml, but I'm going to go with it, it's good stuff. So I should have waited outside his vending machine with Pocari Sweat, and it is 10 yen cheaper.